Friends, I am going to go back to when I was walking and talking and dropping a gem on y'all every day. It's coming back, starting now. Let me just tell you, I got to share the goodness of God with y'all because this time last year, this woman right here was going through hell, literally going through hell. And I thank God that I know God. And let me just tell you, let's back up a little bit. I've I was a teenage mama, right? So I've had some really hard challenges since the age of 16. Nothing was ever easy for me. And I learned, thank God I grew up in a Christian home and I knew how to get on my knees and pray. But I wasn't as verbal about it, right? I didn't tell y'all how I made it through the storms. I just quietly went through the storm. I know what I did. But now at the age of 49, I'm going to tell y'all because for those of you who want to hear me, you going to listen up. And for those, if this is not for you, keep on moving. It's okay. Um, Let me tell you, this year I found a church home, or in the past year and a half, found a church home. More people than myself or my parents is pouring into me with prayer on a higher level. Um, and if you don't know, I've raised a child who was that was in the past who was suffering from a mental. They want to call it a mental illness, but let me tell you something. It's deeper than that. It is much deeper than that. Okay, there's spirits involved and gut issues and stuff like that that can all lead to what looks like a mental illness, right? But you got to know how to fight. You got to know how to pray. You got to start fasting and praying and get yourself around people, like-minded people to pour into you as well. Because, baby, this year, my daughter is a different person. My daughter is standing on her own 2 feet. I now I thank God for what He is doing in her life, right? I listen to praise music in the house all day long. We pray together. She is coming to me asking for prayer. I just got to give it to God. I got to give it to God and give y'all encouragement for whoever else may be going through it with, whether it's your elderly parents or your kids or whatever. Man, give it to God. Give it to God, okay? Because I had to leave everybody alone for a moment while I went to God and got my daughter the help she needed.